people, that is where the show ends. And at that point I was like, yo, I need more. So guess what? Guess who's gonna be watching episode 2 next on Sunday when it drops? This guy right here. And welcome to Earth 2, where superheroes exist and TV talk is the norm. I'm your host, MoeCrosby. Today we're reviewing American Gods episode 1. This thing just dropped. It was perfection. So I'm gonna review it for you guys. So sit back, relax, and as always,
welcome to the planet.
Now, if you don't know what American Gods is about, I suggest you go watch the video that I did Saturday, so you can get some knowledge about the show and the characters, and so you can find out who you're gonna root for and who you're gonna like as the show goes on. Well, I'm gonna be rooting for Shadow Moon because he's a human being in the midst of gods, like in the midst of warring gods, like warring faction of gods. So I'm just gonna root for the regular Joe in this story. Without further ado, let's get into the review. So everything about this show to me is perfection, to be honest. From the opening sequence down to the opening scene, all the way down to the closing scene, everything. I loved everything about this show. I'm going to try to talk about as much as I can and also not do any spoilers, so please bear with me. Now, the opening sequence of the show to me is one of the best opening sequences I've seen in TV. It almost gives another show that comes on Sundays for another channel a run for its money. So yeah, let's think about the fact that I just told you that it gives that show's opening sequence a run for its money. That's how good this opening sequence is. If you haven't seen it, I suggest that you go look at. There's a couple videos of it, or I think Stars released a video for the opening sequence. You can go watch it just so you can gauge and see what I'm talking about. Now, moving into the show itself, it opens with the best Viking fighting scene I've ever seen since like Vikings episode 1. So all in all, it's a very powerful show, very well written. So you can, and it also helps you get involved. You get involved with the characters right away. Like, it's no slow build and slow burn. There's no slow drift into it. You get involved into everything right away. Everyone is very engaging. All the actors are great. Ian McShane, my goodness, like, I love everything he's done. Deadwood, one of the best shows on HBO. You should go watch it. Ian McShane is in it. Ricky Whittle, his chemistry with Ian McShane, I mean, coming from where I know him from is the 100, and so coming from the 100 to this, I was interested in seeing how his chemistry with Ian would work, and it works fantastic. Like, they both are shining on screen whenever they come together, whenever they're talking. Like, it's like yin and yang, but they're both great together, and it's fantastic. I don't think there could have been any two people like Mr. Wednesday is gonna be Ian McShane forever. Like, nobody else was born to play that role. And Shadow Moon, Ricky Whittle as Shadow Moon is perfection. Matt Sweeney is also perfect, and in the short scene that he was in, I think I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing him let loose, go crazy. I enjoyed all of that. Like, there's hardly anything I didn't enjoy in this show. Again, Tire Badaki, Hard Eyes, matter of fact, marry me, period. And she is so great as Bilquis. Like, I just love it. I love her show, love her as Bilquis. That is episode 1, guys, and I am going to rate this episode and give it a 9.5 out of 10. Till to date, I haven't seen a better episode 1 of a show, and just because of that, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. So 2 thumbs up from me. I like it, and I think you guys should go watch it too. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter, where I will be tweeting the show or live tweeting the show on Sundays. Earth 2 Comicast. We also have a Facebook and an Instagram under the same name, Earth 2. That's the number 2 Comicast. Listen now for the podcast that comes out on Thursdays. I will be talking about the show very limited because I'm doing this video, so I'm not going to go into as much detail as I'm going to right now. That's another thing, that that's another way I could talk about this, or I could tell Vito about the show that way. Also, again, it's a beautiful show. It's a lovely show. I loved it. So go watch it. I'm your boy MoeCrosby. You've been watching Earth 2, and this has been a American Gods episode review. Peace.